Yes, sin. From here to here, here to here, and all these sins get forgiven. By the time last water drops, all the sins are forgiven, inshallah. The minor ones, inshallah. And all of us say, Allah forgive us, so even the major ones get forgiven, inshallah. It's an ibadah. The ummah today, whilst doing the ibadah, are also committing sin. What's that? Doing ibadah and committing sin, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Doing ibadah, committing sin, what does that mean? The brothers can sit down now if you want to, and then you can stand up if you need to see it. Are you cool standing up? Okay, no problem. Just for your comfort. Yeah. So, what's the sin that we're committing?
Wasting water.
That's it. Wasting water. Even if you're at Niagara Falls, yeah, you see Niagara Falls, American side or the Canadian side, whatever side you're looking at, right? Even nobody's going to go down there to go there. It's not very dangerous. But even if you're there, it's so much water, still you're not. It's not. It's a sin. This is Islam. In a sense, it's it. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to do wudu in 750. No. Okay. Yeah, great. Okay. So what we're going to do is, this is 500. So we want to make it 750. The mud. So put, okay, we have to throw this water out, yeah? This water. Or not all of it, because what, no. What we're going to do, let's see this. So we want to put 750 in here. Because I'm going to do a little bit. This is 750. Really? No, this is way more than 750. Never this is 750. Is it 750? Okay, this is 500, eh? It's 750, how did you measure that? Okay. 750. Whoa, man, this bowl is cool. This is too much water. I'm scared. Okay, 750. Yeah, that's how much the sunnah is, the mud. Our Shaykh has Maulana Yusuf Mutala, Qaddasallahu Sirruhu. And this is also in the museum in Medina Munawwara. Go there, the same measurement is there in the mud of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He made special mud in plastic, in copper, with the isnad from Shaykh to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Right? Yes, great. This is like this. You got it? Great, man. This is it. You see this? This is the mud. So, and he made plastic ones. And the one that you're going to take into the washroom in the toilet, I see toilet all the time. You're not going to, don't try to take this one. Right? It's got names here and you don't want to, right? You don't want to disrespect it. Right? So you just have a normal, I don't know, you have the dollar store here? Yeah? So you get a beaker. In England we call it beaker. What do you call it? The lota beaker. So you get the one with the measuring one. So just make a mark on 750. And then just put it under the tap and make sure you have 750 ml. Yeah? Okay? And the way you can do it too is take this water, get that plastic one, the one with the measuring and the number 750, and put that in and tell me it's 750. You'll see this is 750. Okay? You said this was 750, yeah? If it drops, then we're going to have to get some more water. We have it here, no problem. MashaAllah. A little fell, right? Sorry, Allah forgive me. No, that's suspicion. About the one, it's not right to do suspicion. Okay, so 750, that's how much water we're going to use. This is an ibadah we're going to be doing, ibadah. So we're going to do wudu in that. I personally never do wudu in there, so I will just put it back in here because it's 750. Bismillah. Okay, perfect. That's one problem I got. Okay, so when we do the wudu, we want to do it. Hazrat Uthman ibn Affan radiallahu ta'ala done wudu, demonstrated wudu, and said, "Hakadha, this is the wudu of Rasulullah, this is how he done the wudu." So, demonstration. I take my students and I show them the wudu. Okay. Before we start the wudu, make intentions so you get the reward. Now, in the different schools of fiqh, right, and you follow the Hanafi mazhab, it's not a necessity, but you want reward, so you make intention. Getting rid of hadath, azkar, doing wudu for salat, etc. Right? And if you follow the Shafi and other mazahibs, it's necessary you make your intention. Hafiz Munsif here? You have other Shafi ulama? Amir? Some other Shafi ulama? It's necessary, isn't it? Just correct me because you must have, it's necessary. Right? So it's better you take the caution and you make intention. So you want your wudu to be accepted according to all. And so make intention. Okay, that's the first thing. Then some of the mustahab acts of wudu is to sit on a high place facing Qibla. So if you saw how, see, now this, you sit like this. Here, can you hold on to this? Sure. I'm going to that one. Okay, like this. That's high place like this. That's mustahab. And Qibla. And people don't, so in minutest detail. I was asking on the first day, who was with me? Somebody was with me. And I said, is this facing Qibla? Which one is facing Qibla? Down here. So he told me this is the closest one facing the Qibla. So I go, yeah, that's the one I want to use. We don't think these things. But just that little bit effort is rewarding it. Just that little bit effort is rewarding it. We don't think these things. We don't pay attention to this. And that's why I said, yes. No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Because the one will, the other 10 will not. But when you have the choice, you come to the masjid. You see which one is facing. Like if I go to, in Canada, Toronto, Masjid, the Darus Salam, Thorncliffe. So I know that one only is facing Qibla, all the rest aren't. So I know exactly the one in that masjid. In our masjid, the one I use, the standing up, the staff one, is standing up one, so that is facing the Qibla. But majority are not. It's not a necessity. But we want to do something in the perfection that it is. Whatever the ulama and these salaf have taught us, we want to do everything accordingly. Because these were the greatest followers of the Quran and Sunnah. We are not. And they have understood the Quran and Sunnah in the best manner. This is alright? Yeah? Okay. So that's it. Okay, when we start, so we, I'm just going to sit normally here, right? You start with Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. You made intention. Yeah? Now there are du'as. Allahumma fili dhanbi wa si'li fi dari wa barik li fi rizqi. Bismillah walhamdulillah ala deen al-Islam. So these are some of the du'as that are narrated. Right? Now, if you read Imam Ghazali's, I think Al-Bidayah wa Nihaya, or one of the books, he starts right off with the wudu, and all the du'as of wudu are there. In Sheikh Shurun Balali's Nur al-Idha, on his work, Nur al-Idha, Shurun Balali, in the Nur al-Idha, not in the Matan, but in the Hashia, the du'as of wudu are there. Are the du'as of wudu, were they read by Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam or not? No, we can't say that 100% he read these du'as. We did lose a lot of knowledge. We have lost lots of knowledge, and lots of books were destroyed in the Mughals, and so we lost a lot of knowledge. Remember that in that respect, right? But are we allowed to do dhikr of Allah? When should you do dhikr? When we talked about dhikr, what did I say? إن في خلق السماوات والأرض واختلاف الليل والنهار لآيات لأولي الألباب الذين يذكرون الله قيام. Who remember Allah standing? Sitting. You know what he's going to do is he was lying down, yeah? Oh, that's lying down. So I'm sitting right now. Can I remember Allah? Should I remember Allah? Yes. So can I read the du'as? Yes. Should I think the du'as to be sunnah? No. But I could read it. Okay? So there are du'as. Now these du'as are deep. You're going to go into Akhirah now. We're going to go into Akhirah. Our Shaykh, Hazrat Maulana Yusuf Mutala Qaddasallahu Sidhu, He said, when Hazrat Sheikh, their Sheikh Muhammad Zakariya rahimahullah alayhi, when he was old in Medina Munawwar, there used to be an attendant, because he was 85, 87, who would make him do wudu. He said, right from the beginning, we would hear him start, Allahumma inni as'aluka tamam al-wudu, tamam al-salat, tamam al-ridwan, tamam al-maghfirat. Allah, I ask for complete wudu, complete salat, complete, right? Your complete pleasure. I ask for your complete maghfirah, your complete forgiveness. That's the way he would start wudu, right? Starting with the dua like that, right? And Bismillah, alhamdulillah, Allahumma fili dhanbi wa sirri fi dari wa barik li fi rizqi, right? Yes, the miswak. Everybody has cell phones? You don't have cell phones today. Some people do, eh? You cop with your cell phones, eh? Okay. So, the miswak. Miswak. Everybody has a miswak? Look, everybody carries cell phones, yeah? Is that going to take you to Jannah? Is that going to help you die with Iman? What was the last sunnah that Rasulullah done in his life on a Monday? And he might have been fasting on that day too. He might have. Allah give us death on a Monday in Medina Munawwara was fasting. We don't know if he was fasting or if he wasn't fasting. Fasting miswak does not. But what's one of the last things he done on his deathbed? Do you know? Miswak. He was there and he just gestured towards miswak. Qaliban Abdul Rahman, Ummul Mu'mineen, our beloved mother, Ammi Jan, radiyallahu ta'ala's brother, Abdul Rahman, because he had access to come in and out or pass by, because that sister's room, Ammi Jan, that's our mother, sister, so there was no hijab, no parda, right? He was walking by with some miswak, fresh miswak. This is a fresh miswak. Just came last week from Medina Munawwara. If you go like this, you'll feel juice coming out, right? And there's another one. I always have extra, yeah? You want to have extra weapons. So there's one probably in my jacket over there. If somebody gets the, probably you'll see an extra miswak. That's a dry one, old one. This somebody just came back 2 weeks ago and they know I love fresh miswak. If you want to give me present, dua. I don't need anything, but miswak. This is, and they say there's 70 benefits in the miswak. One is you will die with iman, inshallah. The last sunnah, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Now look at the Rasulullah rahmah upon us. Lawla nashra. If I did not find it difficult upon my ummah, la amartum. Indeed, I would have. Lam ta'kid, and I will command them to do miswak. No, none of you, as a ummati, if Rasulullah said, you have to use the miswak, otherwise your wudu is not done, all of us would have had a miswak every time, and we would have to get a miswak, or we would have a miswak in our pocket. Whenever we done wudu, we would have to be using a miswak, yeah? But he was so rahmah. But he wanted us to use this. As-siwak matharutul lil fam mardatul lil. The siwak is a pleasure. It's a means of cleanliness for the mouth and pleasure for the Lord. Who has gum problems? Gum. Bleeding gums. Who has that? Bleeding gums? Yeah? I used to have that. Just a little bit, or just even an apple, a bite of an apple, and then the gum will start bleeding. Right? When you go to Haramain Sharifain, and the Bedouins are there, they're in the fresh miswak, and they'll go like this, they'll show you, right? The juice is coming out, the fresh miswak, and it has a very strong taste. Start it. As soon as grab it, start it, and you just and start using it, and brush your gums and everything. It will cure you. You'll never have problems with your gums; they won't bleed anymore, inshallah. There's a cure for bad breath, and there's only one cure. The studies show this, and you know what that is? You know what cure for bad breath is? I smoke that much cigarettes. There's no cure for that no more. No. I mean, it's natural. Sometimes, right? It's brushing the tongue. And in Hadith, Imam Nasai, like that. These are the Ali or Hamza and these are it's in the Hadith that the Sahabi describes it so and it also takes all the phlegm inside. Sunnah. The sunnah is the miswak, the way to do the miswak. I'm holding it like this. That's the way we've learned from our ustaz. Right? So this is the way. And that size, this much finger, kind of a smaller size. This is the miswak. So you hold it like this, right? Okay. And so before that, because you want to start. So now, this is going to be a little bit difficult. You don't want to put your hands inside, especially in the morning wudu. you don't want to put your hands. Rasulullah has prohibited that you wake up in the morning and you put your hands to a utensil. He does not know where his hands have gone at night. Never mess with hadith. Never ever say. Once a foolish person said, I know exactly where my hands go at night. And the next morning his fingers were not in a good place. Understand? So a person, when he wakes up, because the morning, you don't want to put any of your hands inside. So you want to take it out. So now, because it's going to drop off more water because why it's so much. So now this is, so it's the right one first, right? So the one way of doing it, this is the easy way. Okay, probably. Now, a lot of water was wasted there, right? But if you have if you have something like this, right, it'll be easier. Or if you have it'll be easier when you pour it. So first, take it in your left, pour it a little bit on your right, pour a little thing, and then pour this. Wash your hands, right? Now the hands are washed. Yeah, the hands are washed. Now there's du'as. اللهم إني أسألك اليمن والبركة وأعوذ بك من الشر والهلاك. Right? So some du'as like this. These are du'as you can read them, right? And inshallah, I think we have maybe some copies. A friend was brought from Canada. Inshallah, I've compiled them, right? And so you can read a du'a like this, and then after that, you wash your hands 3 times, right? Then you can put your fingers in and you wash it, right? 3 times. Your wrist, right? And there's the khilal sunnah too, right? Like this, passing with the wet fingers. So that makes sure that, right? Then you're gonna put your thing, right? Because now and your miswak, if you want to put it, you want to wash the top, you can, right? A little bit higher.
Yeah. Is helping there. You want me to go like this? Yeah. I don't know if that's going to be something.
Okay. Yeah. So now, inshallah, I'm not going to speak all this in demonstration. So now the miswak, you're going to use that, right? No, if we're going to get so the miswak, you're going to start from the right side. My dad, he taught us something. Look, Salaf, you probably read it in somewhere. Like my dad, he taught me from, we read the 3 letters of Mujaddid al-Fithani, and I've noted it. Or khilal niche se hai. Khilal niche, so my dad taught me it's Mujaddid like this, khilal. And one way of doing it is like this. And one way is from the bottom like this. Understand? So Mujaddid al-Fithani is 3 letters that we discussed. Inshallah, that's going to translate. So these are ajib points. So my dad used to say, and my dad used to feel happy, 81, 82. I've never had any problems in my teeth, and I have all my teeth, and never have I got any trouble. Hazrat Abu Bakr, Hazrat Umar, Hazrat Uthman, Hazrat Ali. He read that somewhere, and he goes, you'll never have a thing problem, right? And Abdu? I got that. That's the respect love I got from my dad. He said that, and I go, whoa, knockout. Sunnati wa sunnah khulafai rashidin. My sunnah, and not khulafai rashidin, Rasulullah said. This is authentic hadith. Remember, I'm teaching you very delicate points today. Rasulullah did not say, my sunnah, and follow the khulafai rashidin. He said, my sunnah, my way, and the way of the 4 khulafa. Ma sunnah. He used the word again. Sunnah of the 4 khulafa. So if Umar says 20 rakats, Salatul Tarawih is 20 rakats. If Uthman radiallahu anhu says second adhan. And Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala, say radiallahu ta'ala. And when Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu said, we're going to compile the Quran into a book form, Rasul prophesizes, don't take the mushaf in the enemy's territory, right? Unless it gets disrespected. So he already said and explained that the Quran is going to be in a book. And then when Hazrat Umar was giving and he said, how can I do something? He didn't say bid'ah. They never used to say bid'ah. But they used to say, how can I do something which the Rasul did not do? Hatta sharah Allah sadra until Allah opened the heart of Abu Bakr Siddiq that this is right, what Umar is telling me to do, we have to compile the Quran. So my way and the way of the 4 Khulafa'i Rashideen, that was just a point. Things are going to go off track, right, a little, but we're going to learn a lot of things today, right? So the miswak, like I said, how important the miswak is. The last sunnah, one of the last things Rasulullah did, it will help us recite the kalima at the time of death. What can be greater? Is your phone going to help you in anything? No, we cannot do without a phone. Why can we do, like how do we live without a miswak in our pocket? How do we do without a miswak? If Rasulullah ﷺ did not have mercy on us, he would have said, I command you. But he said, Lawla. He did not command us. We should have that connection. Habib Sallallahu did not command us because he knew how weak we are. But we want. It's the last one. So make sure you have a miswak. Okay? Everybody, for today, you're going to use a miswak. And it's going to please Allah too, inshallah. So you say, right side, right? Or at the top, it's right side, left side. Right side, left side. And the guns tell you do it. And like I said, Imam Nasai, they have narrated, and the tongue. And the tongue. I don't want to do it right now because I might go back. The phlegm comes out. And on top. That is a cure for bad breath. The tongue, brushing the tongue. You know, dentists ask them, they'll teach you to brush tongue, they'll teach you to brush the gums. This Rasulullah has taught us everything, perfection. And I said, you have to get the fresh miswak, and you do this for 2-3 weeks, you're going to phone me, Zakariya, yeah, you're right. I don't bleed anymore in my gum, inshallah. Inshallah. It's a cure, I've experienced it. Yeah? The fresh one from Medina Munawwara, the juice one, okay? The miswak. After you do the miswak, right? So 3 times we gargle. So we wash the hands, right? And so I done this is the second one. This is the one. So, yeah. So now Allahumma inni ala dhikrika wa shukrika wa tilawati al-Quran. You can say that. Allahumma skini min hawli nabiyyik Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Right? So you can read this dua. Oh Allah, give me a drink from the Hawz Kawthar from the Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which after there will be no thirst after. You can make a dua like this too. Like I said, remember, it's not a sunnah, but in وَيَتَفَكَّرُونَ, and then we're sitting, we can do zikr. When we're standing, we can do zikr. So you can do zikr. You can say that. You can make this dua. And this is the way, like I said, when Hazrat Shaykh, they used to make dua. And like I said, Imam Ghazali, right at the beginning, he's mentioned all these duas. Right at the beginning. It's there. So dua, you can make this dua. And this, look at the dua, it's for akhirah. Hawz Kawthar, you're thinking of Rasulullah's Hawz Kawthar. Allahumma skini min hawli nabiyyik Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You're asking Allah that give me from the Hawz Kawthar. Right? Then, after, so, okay, now, this istinshaq, you put it in the nose like this, right hand, and with the left hand, like this, like that, right? 3 times. And the dua, Allahumma rihni ra'ihat al-jannah, wa la tuhni ra'ihat al-nar. Allah, give me the fragrance of Jannah. Allah, protect me and do not give me the fragrance or the bad stench of Jahannam. So, oh Allahumma arihni ra'ihat al-Jannah. Min masirati kada wa kada. You know the hadith, Sinfani min ahlin-nar. The Jannah fragrance, from miles away you can smell the lovely fragrance of Jannah. So Allah, give me that fragrance. Don't make me a wali. Sinfan min, 2 types of people that have not seen Rasulullah said. And our sisters are listening. They will not even smell the fragrance of Jannah. So here, Allahumma rihni ra'ihat al-Jannah wa la tuhni ra'ihat al-nar. And then, so 3 times. Right? And nicely, you put it in nicely. But remember, today you're not going to do it nicely. Why? Because you're fasting. And you're going to do it nicely then you're going to, if you're hungry, you're in trouble. Your fast will break. Well, you're not in trouble, meaning that your fast will break. Understand? When you went like this and went in, so, yeah, so make sure you're not doing it, the istinshaq, you're not doing mubalagha in your istinshaq. That's called istinshaq. And then, now, because you wash with both hands, right? So you can dip them in. Now, see the thing of wudu, you know how people just splash or people just, Niagara Falls is going like this? Nah, that's not it. The water, because you don't say to the water, hey water man, make sure you do my whole arm is done. Your hands. You see this? See this? Your eyebrows? See this? See this? Kilat? Kilat is the sunnah of the beard. You do that, right? All of you. Understand? So once. Make sure. Everywhere. اللهم بيض وجهي يوم تبيض وجهه ولا تسود وجهي تسود وجوه أعدائه. Allah. You know the Quran ayat, يوم تبيض وجوه ولا تسود. That ayat, so that's the dua you make once you're doing. Like I said, this is the whole ayat you can have istighfar. So that was that second or third? Second. Because okay. So then and another dua that I've made. اللهم اجعلني من غر المحجلين كي يعرفني كقائد غر المحجلين صلى الله عليه وسلم. Allah, make me from غر المحجلين. It's a horse, you know, a black stallion with white down there and white up here on the forehead. Have you seen one like that? Yeah, cool. You know about horses. That's an amazing horse. Fast, very good one. Top horse. So on the day of judgment, how will Rasulullah recognize us? How will Rasulullah recognize us? No, should I give explanation after and do the whole wudu first? Yeah? Yes, sir. Okay, so let me just, so the dua you can read, I'll just keep reading the dua. So that was the third time done, yeah? Yeah? Then, Allahumma atini kitabi biyamini. فَأَمَّا مَنْ أُوتِيَ كِتَابَهُ بِيَمِينِهِ فَسَوْفَ يُحَاسَبُ. Yeah. So see, the thing is that you have to make sure, إلى الكعبين. I mean, إذا كنتم إلى السفر فاغسلوا وجوهكم وأيديكم إلى المرافق. إلى المرافق, right? It's المرافق. Yeah. So make sure. So was that second time? And then third time. And even say if a person even uses this hand or this hand, you even go like this, and you just take a little bit of water and you go like this. Literally, it's done. So say you are traveling and you only have 5. You can do it. You can do the whole sunnah wudu, right? Right hand and the left hand. See, that didn't go properly, so you can take the right hand and do it like that. There. That was 3 times. Yeah? Okay. This is dua. Allahumma atini kitabi biyamini. Allahumma la tu'tini kitabi bishimali aw min wara'i zahri. Do not give him my left hand or behind my back. Right? So that's, then here. Allahumma zillini. اللهم زلني تحت ظلك ولا ظل okay. Then this. Has al-Mujaddid fi Thani mentions how important all this stuff is here. Right, like this. And the Ahnaf, we also have this. Right? This. اللهم اجعلني من الذين يستمعون وكل اللهم فك رقبتي من النار السلاسل والأغلال. These are some duas. This is all about Qiyamah. These are it's ajib duas. And then, okay, now you're gonna excuse me, or should I take them off? No, I'll take them off. So sure. No, I am fit. I can do it myself. I think that's Mufti Sahib, is it allowed for me? It's makruh, isn't it? Okay. So you get this is quite heavy. Like I said, I have a plastic one with a handle, the beaker that you get from the dollar store, $7.50. So it's easier like that to pour, right? And also like this, the tip here is, so it's going to pour out a lot of water. And you don't want so much water, but you, okay? See, like, see the water, it's not pouring out right. See, so now what we can do here. Because when the water pours, you should try to pour it in this way. Okay. So the main thing is here. That's a killer. You like that? Like this, or like this from the right side, like this, like that, and like this, like this, like that. And now, okay. So
You
what
do
it is,
qiyam
make
on
sure your
both sides?
ankles are done too.
You do qiyam on both sides, or just one is enough? One side is enough.
No, like I mentioned, see this way, majority of do qiyam like this. The Mujaddid al-Fithani, my dad told me this, and then I read it and said, Niche se hai. Niche se hai could mean that, or niche se could mean from the bottom, from the, what do you call this? Kinsar, vinsar? Kya kehte hain? Chote ko. From the small one to the big one like this. It could also mean that. It could also mean niche se like this. Niche means like this. So you can do it this way, and you can do it this way. That's the khilal. Khilal means passing the white fingers through, right? So, sorry, I have a back problem actually, so it's hard for me to, okay? So the main purpose of the water is reaching everywhere. And this hand is helping for the water to reach everywhere. See all this hair breadth? None is left dry. And the wailu lil aqab min an-nar. You see this? The ankles, they have to be washed. It's farz. So if a person did that, nothing should be left dry. Right? Third time. Okay? Pardon? Yes, exactly. So, no, well, you only do it one time. You only have to do it one time, but it's just that because, see, like I have something in here from the socks, so I just want to do ihtiyat, that because, see, you should have your nails. Look at my nails; they're not overgrown, are they? You might say, hey, they're overgrown, man. Your nails, they're not overgrown. That's a problem. That's a problem. If they're overgrown, your wuzu will not be accepted. So you see, if you have particles like this, that's from the socks. And like, because I done, Mufti Sahib mera wuzu to hai nahi. Wapas main moze pehn lunga nahi. Sahi nahi? Theek hai? Right? And then if you want to stand and drink the water or the leftover water, I wish I forgot, but I remember I have a fast. If I forgot and I drank it, then you guys should just chill out and say, let the guy drink it. But I remember I have so okay, in the books they have it like this and put the fingers like this, so right around here. Here, right? And then you see this? Like this, like this. Inside, yeah, like this, behind. And we do this too, we do the nape to the ana. Like that. And sometimes we do this at the end, because if we didn't do the khilal is important, that's the sunnah. This is all the khilal here. And yes, that's important too. Let me show you masa. Masa ala al-khuffayn. So the masa is like this. On top like this. You pass it from here like this. That's it, once. It's done. Once. Right? And once left. So you're gonna have way more water than this saved. Way more water than that. Understand? So in wudu, remember, you're using the water that's coming, you're taking it and you're spreading it. So making sure that nothing, not a hairbreadth, places that dry. Understand? If you're going like this 10 times into the tap like this, you're wasting water, which is haram, it's not right. And then let's open the 8 doors of Jannah. Okay, so Allahumma thabbit qadamiyya Allahumma la tazilni qadamiyya idha tazillu qadamat al-usat. These are other du'as that Allah do not make my feet slip when the you know what sirat we're talking about here? One is even the ihdina sirat al-mustaqim and the sirat. Wa in minkum illa wariduha. Wa in minkum illa wariduha kana ala rabbika hatman maqdur. My glasses. That Hazrat Abdullah ibn Rawaha one time was crying a lot, radiyallahu ta'ala, and his wife said, what makes you cry? And no, his wife started crying. So the wife said, that which makes you cry makes me cry, because I see you crying so much. So Hazrat Abdullah ibn Rawaha said, this ayat in the Quran, وَإِن وَإِن مِّنكُمْ إِلَّا وَارِدُهَا كَانَ عَلَىٰ رَبِّكَ حَتْمًا مَّقْضِيًّا. Everyone will cross over the bridge to go into Jannah, and hell is going to be below it. And the description is there. So this dua is here, Allah keep me steadfast on the sirat. Allah do not make my feet slip on the sirat. And then this is authentic hadith. We're all going to act upon it, and we're going to open the 8 doors of Jannah. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. We're all going to, everybody knows this one, yeah? Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lahu. Wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. That's the door. And the 8 doors of Jannah, you've opened it. Alhamdulillah. Now, we've done physically. Allahumma ja'alni min at-tawwabin. That Allah, yes, my sins are forgiven, my minor sins are forgiven. But also make me follow the 4 conditions of tawbah and make me a true ta'ib. Make me do tawbah. Even tawbah is here after wudu, after ibadah. Tawbah is everywhere, asking forgiveness. Allah waj'alni min at-tawwabin, waj'alni min at-tawwabin. Allah, like the way I clean my external, also my batin, clean that. Waj'alni min, even that's in dua. Right? Also, inna anzalnahu fi laylatil qadr. There's subhanallah wa bihamdihi, subhanakallah, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta. That's also a dua after wudu. But this dua, never forget it. Ashhadu. Why? You all, and it's an authentic hadith. This one is an authentic hadith. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh, with the shahada 2 times. The one at azan, ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu wa anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh, raditu billahi rabba. رضيت بالله ربا وبمحمد رسولا وبالإسلام دينا. It's not like the morning one. It's not like the morning one. رضيت بالله ربا وبمحمد رسولا وبالإسلام دينا. The narration that I'm doing is istighfar. Understand? رضيت بالله ربا وبالإسلام دينا وبمحمد رسولا ونبيا. We read that every morning, yeah? It's in the book. I saw one of those from Dawud Salam dua book that we read in the morning after Fajr. But this one, this is so. You have to remember exactly what's in the narration. So if wa ashhadu is there again, say it like the way Rasulullah taught us. You want to say it exactly like that. Exactly. It's so important. Mufti Khanpuri, when he came, Maulana Mufti Azim Sahib was saying, in this whole, the Unplugged program was inspired, and the whole Nizam was inspired by that. When he came and he was telling the story, he was saying that when we were students, and one of the du'as that Rasulullah read whilst Rasulullah taught us, is that when you go to sleep, do wudu like the way you do wudu for salah. So there's one istilahi, one lugwi wudu. One way of wudu is just washing the hands and gargling. Okay, that's but the wudu of ibadah that we do. So he said wudu like the way you do wudu for salah when you go to sleep. And that is sunnah, and that's what we're supposed to do before we sleep. Not that you have to. These are the best things to do. But like I'm saying, these are not fara'is that you have to. But we want to do these. We want to follow the sunnah of Rasulullah. And then after, read your wazaif's dua. And the last dua that you should read is this dua. Hazrat Bara bin Azib narrates this narration. It's in Sahih al-Bukhari, 4 places. And he says that Rasulullah said, and then the last dua that you should read, or the last words that come out of your mouth should be this dua that I'm going to teach you now. And if you die in that state, you die in fitrah, you die on Islam, you die as a mu'min, you die as a believer, you go to Jannah, inshallah. You've done wudu perfectly, and you know the last words. And even if you want the last words, you've done some other zikr, inshallah, still you'll get that fadila in that sense. So, Allahumma aslamtu nafsi ilayk, wa wajjahtu wajhi ilayk, wa fawwadtu amri ilayk, wa alja'tu dhahri ilayk, raghbatan wa rahbatan ilayk, la malja'a wa la manja minka illa ilayk. آمنت بكتابك الذي أنزلت ونبيك الذي أرسلت. So this is a hadith of Bukhari. Rasulullah told Hazrat Bara bin Azib, read this. And then he said to Bara bin Azib, let me listen to it. And you know who was talking to us yesterday, and they're talking about the memories of those people? The Sahaba. They had memories. Imagine, who's learned this dua now? Not one of us who doesn't know it. Not one of us who doesn't know it has learned this dua. Or try to even repeat it, even a little bit. Allahumma aslamtu nafsi ilayk, wa wajjahtu wajhi ilayk, wa fawwadtu amri ilayk, wa alja'tu dhahri ilayk, raghbatan wa rahbatan ilayk, la manja wa la manja minka illa ilayk, amantu bi kitabika alladhi anzalt, wa nabiyyika alladhi arsalt. Sallallahu alayhi. Right? So, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam narration. So, Rasulullah repeat it. So Allah, he said it. So he said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So instead of saying, وَنَبِيِّكَ الَّذِي أَرْسَلْتَ, he said, وَرَسُولِكَ. Instead of Nabi, he said Rasul. Rasul, what did I say? Nabi. So he said, say Nabi. Like the way I said it, that's exactly the way you deliver the dua. From this we learn that exactly like the way we learned in the narration. Remember, there's always plenty of narrations and plenty of Sahih narrations. But the one that you have learned, you know, Darus Salam has given you the morning. That's the way you've learned your duas, and